Hello and welcome back to Tales from the Ugly Chair. I'm Kyle from Noggin Comics, and today we're going to be talking about Brushfire by Dennis Vogen. Dennis has been on the channel twice. So this video is coming out on a 1-year anniversary since we've been on YouTube as Noggin Comics. And Dennis was the very first video and very first interview that we done last July when he released his collection of novellas and new book, The Reals. And The Reals is going to be something that I'm going to be comparing this book to often because that was the original graphic novel, his first graphic novel that he released. Now, the coolest thing is that Dennis had extras on his Kickstarter. This is a Kickstarter we backed. This and Cold War were the books that came with it. And, you know, he kind of gave us little specials. First thing I'm going to show is these stickers of each character. A pen, and I kid you not, a pog. He came out with pogs for Brushfire. But to get to the book, this book is very much of a all ages, aimed towards kids type of book. Which, to be honest, I don't feel like I'm that audience for reading it. Knowing Dennis's previous stuff with The Reals, which I absolutely loved, this seemed like that dialogue that he's known for, the dialogue that he's really good at writing in a kid's book. It took some adjusting to get used to. And like I said, I'm not the target audience for this. That being said, though, this is actually extremely well written. And Dennis rolled it, drew it, and some of the characters in this are based off people in his life. Which, you know, if you know Dennis, if you watched our interviews with him, you could tell he's an open book. And you kind of get that from this. You kind of feel the characters that he's basing people off of, that he based people off of in this. But from basing it off of his previous work, his art has definitely improved. And you can tell that he took a lot of inspiration from Saturday morning cartoons, Disney Channel cartoons. But the real inspiration I would say, or example of a TV show or cartoon that I can pull from, is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. As you can tell, there's a joke about calling them wildlife in this because, you know, is that a derogatory term for animals to call themselves wildlife, which I cracked up about. Bay and Erwin. Erwin's a new person that's in the bureau, which is well, if you know the show Fringe, kinda, and that's what Dennis took this from. He took it from Fringe. It's an underground wildlife agency, and Erwin's new. Where Bay is like the I kept looking at it, and maybe it's because of watching Rescue Rangers. I kept thinking Andy Samberg while reading. I don't know why. I just kept thinking Andy Samberg. That's the character. He's the main character. He's got so many of the stories and like the main agent. But yeah, I mean the whole cast has characterizations that are very good. And overall, I would recommend this book if you have kids, if you know Dennis Vogen's previous work, and if you're just looking to go back and revert back to when you used to watch cartoons as a kid. Very, very much of that. And the one thing I like about this book too is that there is activities in back for kids to do, like drawing, puzzles, crossword puzzles. And then there's also art that you know, people that backed the project or people who are local, such as Maurice from Issues Needed Comics in Napa Valley, and a member from the Minnesota Comic Exchange, are all in this book. The art in the back. If I could be a little critical, I would say that some of the characters that need more fleshing out, and that's what we're probably going to be getting in Rave 2. Like I said, all characters have different characterizations. There's ways that you can separate them. I do feel like Wave 1, there's some characters that kind of take a backseat, but you are introduced to the ones that you know are going to be playing a big part in the story. Overall, though, I was really shocked at how much I liked this book. Knowing that I backed the book Kickstarter because of Cold War, and I wanted to know what was going to happen with Dennis's next graphic novel, and I'm surprised at how much I like a book that was aimed towards kids, and I ended up buying another copy for my godchildren so they can experience too. But yeah, let me know if you've read The Riddles or if you picked this up. Your name would be in the back of it if you did. And find it at Amazon or at Dennis Vogen's website. The links would be down below. He's improved. I think Dennis's art is improving a lot. I am curious though, like knowing how strong Dennis can write, what would happen if he teamed up with another artist? And like if, you know, he took the writing and someone took over the art. I wonder what would happen then. But right now, Dennis is doing a great job with writing and his personal style of art. But thank you for watching, and see you at the comic shop.